Today we're going to be predicting the downfall of every UFC champion, starting from the lowest division all the way to the highest division. Let's get right into it, starting at Alexandre Pantoja, the cannibal. How is Pantoja going to eventually lose? Honestly, Pantoja is getting better and better. He looked even better against Asakura, but I think that one of these sneaky matchups, like, we can't forget that the Urseg matchup was really, really close. I feel like there's going to be a sneaky matchup where he'll lose, and the UFC probably wouldn't even give him a rematch. And just like that, because of the style, he could probably work his way back up. But I think, honestly, the way Pantoja loses is one of these sneaky rematches that we don't realize. Urseg rematch, probably even a Royval rematch. One of these tall, lanky fighters that was giving Pantoja somewhat difficulties on the feet. Okay, let's get right into Merab. What is Merab's downfall going to be? I'm not going to lie, Merab looks so good right now, and honestly, I don't think there's anyone that could just straight up beat him in a fight. But I think the downfall of Merab, hands down, is going to be his emotions. Merab getting too emotional will catch up with him one day for sure. And the fact that he has this unrelentless work ethic mixed with like this sense of not caring. He had insane staff for the training camp for the Umar fight for 311, and he was still training and still going extremely hard. He's an absolute dog. I feel like the emotions and the insane work ethic is going to get to Merab eventually. Now let's get to Ilia Topuria. What's going to be the downfall of Ilia Topuria? Hands down, the downfall is going to be his cockiness, his arrogance. His bravado is going to be the downfall of Ilia Topuria. He's going to be drinking too much of his own Kool-Aid, and one day he will get finished. He will get caught. He will be submitted. He will be finished. However he loses, it will happen just because of the fact that he's feeling himself too much. He knows that he's good. He knows he's all that, and he just needs to stay locked and always stick to the plan. And you can't be sipping on your own Kool-Aid, man. But I think that's definitely going to be the way Ilia Topuria, just the arrogance and the cockiness. Islam's downfall. What's going to be Islam's downfall? Honestly, if Islam doesn't pull the Khabib and leave while he's still in his prime, then I don't know what's going to be the Islam downfall. Honestly, I feel like Islam, he's so good all around. He's pound for pound number one right now, and there's no contenders that seems like an easy way for Islam. I think the Islam downfall could be maybe if he loses a potential match challenging for a higher weight division and then slowly starts, I don't know, losing confidence. But I wouldn't even see that happening. I don't even know what would take for the Islam downfall. Honestly, I think Islam will have to get caught again. I think he'll have to get caught again, and then it'll probably but it's like, even if he gets caught again, I feel like in the rematch he'll be so locked. Honestly, I feel like the Islam downfall would just be Father Time. Father Time will hands down be the Islam's downfall. If he doesn't leave on his high like Khabib, then eventually the sport will kick him out. Now let's get into Belal Muhammad. Belal Muhammad's downfall. Okay, the downfall already started for Belal Muhammad. We've recently posted a video of me watching Belal Muhammad highlights until I'm impressed. And the video was more than an hour long, so Belal has a lot of explaining to do. Of what is he doing? What is he doing? I think Belal is gonna already probably lose to Shavkat. I think honestly he beat Shavkat, but I think there's a lot of big tasks, big threat challengers ahead of him, the JDMs and the Buckleys and the Shavkats. I think there's a few guys that could really give Belal a good fight. And I think Belal, honestly, will have a problem with one of the up-and-coming contenders, and then it'll be hard for him to go back to the title shot because he had to get on such a crazy win streak to get the title shot in the first place. Now let's go to the Dricus du Plessis downfall. The downfall of Dricus still knocks du Plessis. I think Dracus is gonna lose to Hamzat. I think he beats Sean, but he could lose to Sean as well. If he loses, I think the downfall is gonna be this year. He can either lose to Sean Strickland and his staph infection, or he's going to just straight up lose to Hamzat by submission, crypto coin, scam, rug pulls. It depends. I think Drakus, his downfall starts this year, hands down. And if he beats Sean and Hamzat, he's already on a path of being one of the best middleweights. Now let's get into Alex Pereira. Honestly, nice and simple. Alex Pereira's downfall could be fighting Ankalaev if he loses to Ankalaev. But we're going for him to smoke Ankalaev. And if he smokes Ankalaev, I don't see anyone beating Pereira at 205. And he's already older. He doesn't really have any much to prove. He could go and challenge himself at heavyweight, and even if he loses, it's still fine. Pereira has already solidified himself. He's already an older fighter doing the undeniable, already two-weight division champ, winning, and he's at another level. So Alex is already good. He's cemented. John Jones, the downfall of John Jones. There's already been multiple downfalls of John Jones. Downfalls and rises and downfalls and rises. And honestly, the downfall of John Jones will be if and when he accepts the fight to fight Tom Aspinall this year in 2025. And Tom Aspinall absolutely smokes him. That's the downfall of Johnny Bones Jones. Even though there's already multiple downfalls of Johnny Bones Jones. Now let's get to the downfall of these other characters. Not these other characters, the other fighters, the other champions, the other women's champions. Zhang is a beast. There won't be a downfall. Even if she falls, she bounces right back up. Same as Shevchenko. No downfalls. Even if they downfall, bounce right back up. The downfall of Zhang, if anything, will be when she fights Valentina Shevchenko and Shevchenko beats Zhang. The downfall of Pena is her next fight, fighting Raquel Pennington. Or not Raquel Pennington. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking Kayla Harrison. That's going to be her downfall. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you're new. Join the MMA gang. We locked in. This is 2025 UFC. We got multiple events. We got UFC 312 tomorrow. Let's do this. Sean and his staph infection.